What's going on, guys? MMA Professor. UFC 115, Liddell versus Franklin picks taking place this weekend, June 12th. Let's get these out. Got some shit to do. So, here we go. Preliminary card. First fight, Jesse Lennox against Mike Pyle. Jesse Lennox, decent wrestler, decent hands. Fairly powerful guy. Mike Pyle, I think, is going to win this fight. I think he's got a pretty good guard. I think he's probably the better technical striker. Lennox does have the power advantage on him, so Lennox really only shot, I think, is I don't think he's going to try and take him down. I think he's going to try and stand with him just because of Mike Pyle's grappling ability. So eventually, I see Pyle either outstrike him. Most likely what's going to happen, Mike Pyle, it's going to go to the ground eventually. Mike Pyle's going to sub him with a guillotine, probably something like that, or something from armbar, triangle from guard, something like that. But I'm going to go Pyle. Late first, early second round submission. Ricardo Funch against Claude Patrick. Claude Patrick is a decent fighter, fairly athletic, good wrestler, good grappler, most of wins by submission. Funch is going to want to keep this on the feet and, try to outbox him. I don't see him that happening. I see Patrick pushing him against the cage, taking him down, wearing him out, tiring Funch out. Eventually, Patrick might get the submission late in the third. He might get a unanimous decision. I don't see him finishing this early. Funch is pretty good at getting out of bad positions. Doesn't mean he's not going to get into bad positions, because it happens. And mostly going to be like the Johnny Hendricks fight, I think, with Claude Patrick most likely taking a unanimous decision. Not going to be the most exciting fight either, by any means. Peter Sobotta against James Wilks. Clearly Sobotta wants to keep this on the feet, and Wilks has a tendency to do that, to oblige people and keep it on the feet. He doesn't have, top-notch wrestling to put the fight wherever he wants it to go, so he will be, forced to stand with Sobotta for a while. But Sobotta really, is out of his element here. I think Wilks is by far the better grappler, and I think eventually it's going to get down to the ground. Wilks is going to pass his guard, hit him with some ground and pound, pass his guard. Sobotta turns over. Rear naked choke. So that's what I'm picking. James Wilks, mid-second, late second round submission. Rear naked choke. David Loiseau against Mario Miranda. The thing about David Loiseau is, does he have the ability? Yeah, Mario Miranda got wrecked by, he didn't even get really wrecked by, what's his face in the last fight? Why can't I think of his name? Gerald Harris. He was kind of winning that fight. He's got great wrestling, especially for more of a BJJ guy. Loiseau, he's got spotty offense at best. Does he have the power or the technique to put down Miranda? Yeah, he does. Is it going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. Look for Mario Miranda to use his wrestling, wear on Loiseau, push him down, most likely going to look like the David Loiseau Ed Herman fight, because I believe Mario Miranda is the better overall grappler than Herman. So there you go, Mario Miranda. Loiseau's very, very tough to finish, so Miranda, most likely unanimous decision. Preliminary card, Spike TV. Evan Dunham against Tyson Griffin. Not sure if I entirely like this fight. They are teammates at Extreme Couture, so the training had to be changed up a little bit for this. Evan Dunham, I said it when he first came into the UFC, is going to be a star. I think he's just got great ability, and especially for being so young in the sport. Comes from a wrestling background. Very, very good technical grappler, good submissions, and his boxing is coming along. And in a fight with Tyson Griffin, I think a lot of people are overlooking Dunham, because Tyson, he tends to get in unnecessary scrambles where he loses position, and his opponent lets his opponent gain some points on him, and that's just what he does. He allowed Sean Shirk to take his back. I mean, look at the Edgar fight, and Rafael Dos Anjos had him in some rough spots. So I think this is going to be a closer fight than people realize. I think Griffin may have the advantage standing, but Dunham is still very capable with his boxing ability. And I look for this to be very, very close fight. Lots of scrambles, boxing, lots of takedowns, lots of sweeps, and Griffin is probably going to be able to take this just with the experience factor and getting more advantageous positions. So I'm going to go with Tyson Griffin by split decision. I think it's going to be a very, very close fight. And Evan Dunham, either way, his stock is going to go up in this fight, even if he does lose it. But I think he does have a very good chance of winning the fight as well. Matt Danzig against Matt Wiman. Not really a fight I care about all that much. Not sure it deserves the Spike TV portion of the card because I'm not really definitive on how exciting this fight is actually going to be. Both guys fairly well-rounded, not great at any one thing. And Wiman, he is grit, pure grit. The guy just does not give up ever. I think he's got better wrestling than Danzig, and I think that's probably what's going to be, the striking is close, the jiu-jitsu is close, and I think Wiman has the better wrestling, and I think that's what's going to win him the fight here. Probably a fairly close fight. I think it's going to a decision either way. I don't see either guy being able to finish the other one, but nothing too insightful for me on this fight because honestly, I really don't know how this fight's going to go, and really don't really care unless it's exciting. If it's exciting, then hey, that's just a plus. But I think Wiman probably going to win a unanimous decision. There you go.